Hello my friends, welcome to another video, and today I'm gonna give you my top 10 reasons for why I consider the Samsung Galaxy Note 8 to be a great smartphone. Just a short disclaimer, these are my personal reasons, so keep this in mind. You may have other reasons for which you consider this device to be the greatest, I don't know, the most beautiful one, the most powerful one, and whatnot. But these are my top 10 choices for which I consider the Note 8 to be an excellent device. Keep in mind, there will be a future video where I will give you 10 reasons for which the Note 8 isn't so great. So stay tuned to my channel, and you may see also those 10 reasons that I don't know, may hurt a bit the Note 8. But let's go ahead with the 10 reasons for which it's good. And reason number 1, as always, design. And the design and the build quality of the Note 8 is top notch. This is a very well built smartphone, very nice design. I love the language design. I'm not a big fan of the curved display, but I have to admit that it absolutely looks amazing, and it feels also great in the hand. Build quality top notch, Corning Gorilla Glass 5 on the back, also on the front with a metal frame. Everything is combined seemingly, and it just looks great. And I would also include in this first reason the content of the box, because it comes with a lot of accessories, with a lot of things that you actually need, and those things, those accessories complete the overall experience with the device. Reason number 2, as it is very obvious, is the display. You get a massive 6.3 inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display, and this is the best display that Samsung is capable to produce right now. It sports some very nice colors, punchy colors, infinite contrast, and the most interesting part for me is the brightness in broad daylight. It's simply amazing how well it works in broad daylight. Even in direct sunlight, the display is still visible, and you can do all the things that you have to do, not being affected by the environment. So I really like the brightness in the daylight, in sunlight, and also I love the punchy colors, though yet again I have to say I'm not a big fan of AMOLED technology, mainly because of the burn-in issues that it has, and sadly or unfortunately in 2018 we still don't have any solution to the burn-in problem. This is a major problem for OLED panels, but it is what it is. Reason number 3 is of course the S Pen, and I'm not a big user of the S Pen. I rarely use it, but when I use it I have a lot of options to tinker with, to take a lot of notes, to take screenshots and whatnot, to draw, and pretty much everything that you want to do with a regular pen you can do it on the Note 8. It's also water and dust resistant for the first time, and as you can see, whenever you take it out, this menu pops up and you can see a lot of things here like translate, live messaging, display, writing, and whatnot. It simply looks great, it functions great, and as I said, it's a nice bonus or add-on to the Note 8 experience for those of you who really enjoy using the S Pen. I personally don't use it as much. I barely use it, maybe once couple of weeks, but when I use it, it works flawlessly. It gives me a lot of functionality, and First of all, it eases my work, and that's a big point. Reason number 4, cameras, of course. On the front we have an 8 megapixel camera for selfies with autofocus and HDR, and on the back we have a dual camera setup, a 12 megapixel sensors with optical image stabilization, 4K video recording, and everything, all the bells and whistles that you can imagine on a current flagship. I love the picture quality, although the colors are a bit on the saturated part, let's say. Still, the results are excellent. And I also like the portrait mode on the Note 8, and I personally consider it to be better than, for example, what we had on the iPhone 7 Plus, a device that I appreciated for the portrait mode it had. Although it was a new feature for Apple, still I do consider the Note 8 to work better and to produce better shots than the iPhone 7 Plus. I haven't had the chance to test it against the iPhone X or the iPhone 8 Plus, mainly because I did not own the iPhone 8 Plus or the iPhone 10 in order for me to be able to compare them together. But I did have a lot of possibilities to play with the iPhones, and I was honestly impressed with portrait mode on the newer iPhones. Who knows, maybe in the future I'm gonna make a comparison between the iPhones and the Note 8, and also the recently announced Huawei devices, the Mate 10 and the Mate 10 Pro, which also feature a dual camera setup branded by Leica that produce some amazing shots. Reason number 5, battery. And in the beginning I was thinking that the battery is too small for this device, having only a 3300 milliamp hour inside with a 6.3 inch display. I was afraid that battery life will be bad. Fortunately, this is not the case. With my regular usage, which is moderate to intensive, and basically all day long I have the device in my hand doing all the things that I can do with my smartphone, taking pictures, videos, photo editing, social media, browsing, watching online movies, emails, calls, messaging and whatnot. With my type of usage, I usually get around 7 hours, 7 hours and a half of screen on time on a single charge. What this means, it means that I get a full day worth of battery life. And I'm very happy that Samsung has worked so well both on the software and the hardware department to deliver good battery life on the Note 8. Everybody was afraid due to the small size battery inside that this device will have problems in terms of battery life, but fortunately it's not the case. Reason number 6, of course, processing, RAM management and also storage. And in terms of processing, we get an Exynos 8895 octa-core CPU coupled with 6 GB of RAM, 64 GB of internal storage, and I have to say that everything works flawlessly. I had no issues with reboots, with freezing, with lag, and all the usual things that happen on Samsung devices after a while. And fortunately, RAM management is also great, because we all know that on past models Samsung had a lot of issues with RAM management. This is not the case with the Note 8. I have to say that everything runs absolutely amazing and I have no faults in this department. Performance is excellent no matter what you are doing on the device. no matter what apps you are running, games, I don't know, video editing programs and whatnot. It simply works amazing. Also, it does not consume resources, and this is great because you can do your job and the device still feels snappy as hell. Reason number 7, and this is a underrated feature if you ask me, it's the Bluetooth 5.0 connection, which enables you a lot of possibilities when connecting to peripherals like I don't know, smartwatches, wireless headphones and whatnot. It enables you to have more than one device connected to the smartphone and getting the best out of both connections at the same time, and also to control those devices from the smartphone, and it works flawlessly. I have my smartwatch, I have my wireless headphones, I also have my smartphone connected to the car kit and whatnot, and I haven't encountered any issues in terms of Bluetooth connection. Unfortunately, not all the latest flagships that came to the market have brought Bluetooth 5.0. The vast majority of them still come with Bluetooth 4.2, and I don't know what the problem is, why this type of connection isn't implemented on every single flagship out there. It was the case with the HTC U11, so I don't know, it's just interesting. Reason number 8, customizing your device, and what I mean by this is simply the fact that you can customize your Note 8 the way you like it. You have at your disposal the Samsung Theme Store, where you can download a lot of wallpapers, a lot of themes. You can fiddle with your icons, with your ringtones and whatnot, and basically it allows you to customize the device the way you like it. And I do like to customize my device and to change basically every couple of days, to change everything on my device, ringtones, wallpapers, icons and whatnot. So it's very nice that Samsung Theme Store works absolutely amazing. I would say it's pretty much on par with what HTC does on their devices, because HTC has a great theme store also. And fortunately on the Note 8 this app, because basically it's an app, works absolutely amazing, and I can do whatever I want with my device. Reason number 9 is the connectivity, which is flawless. And what I mean by connectivity, I mean the fact that this device is capable to communicate perfectly with every single device that I try to pair it to. No matter it's my smart TV, no matter it's my wireless headphones, my smart watches, and even this camera that's shooting this video right now, which is a Sony camera, and it simply works flawlessly. It was not the case with other devices that I owned to the time. Basically I always had problems, issues in configuring the connection, in trying to connect my devices to the smartphones and whatnot. I always had a lot of pains, if you want, when doing this. This is not the case with the Samsung Note 8. It simply flies throughout every single connection that I try to make. I can control all my gadgets or my devices in my home. I can do everything very fast and very simple, and this is a big bonus to the overall experience of the consumer. And in this case I am the consumer, and I'm very satisfied that I no longer have to struggle to connect my smartphone to, I don't know, my Sennheiser Momentum, or to connect it to, I don't know, my smartwatch and whatnot. NFC works perfect, Bluetooth mobile data, Wi-Fi, everything that you want works flawlessly. Samsung Pay also is not limited as Apple Pay. Basically, the whole connectivity part is amazing on this device. And the final reason is software and all the goodies that come with the software. So right now the Samsung Note 8 comes with Android 7.1.1 and this is the latest build. I'm still waiting for Android Oreo to come out and install it and to see all the goodies that they are implementing. But what I mean by all the goodies that it brings, it's about the Samsung experience. Basically all the features that Samsung has added on Android in order for the user to get a lot of things done easier. No matter we are talking about smart screenshot, game launcher, the side windows, everything works simply great. A lot of add-ons that Samsung made, but add-ons that work perfectly. And that's the point. If you add something on a device, it should work better. A down point, if you want, in this overall feature experience that Samsung is bringing, I would mention Bixby. But this is for the other video, so we're not gonna talk about it right now. These are my top 10 personal reasons for which I consider this device to be a great device. I really like it. I've been using it for 1 week. I'm honestly impressed. I wasn't expecting the device to behave so well, considering my previous experiences with Samsung devices, and I mean every single smartphone that I own from Samsung, I always had issues, including with the S8 or the S8 Plus especially, so you can check it out on my channel, see the issues that I had with the S8 Plus, for example, with the display, the burn-in effect on a brand new device, which to me is outstanding, and I'm very satisfied at this moment with this device. There are a couple of things that are imperfect, there are a couple of things that annoy me, there are a couple of things that bother me, but pretty much those are personal things that I don't like. It's not a general type of issue. There are just some simple quirks that I don't really appreciate about the Note 8. But I'm gonna talk about those in the next video, when I'm gonna talk about the reasons for which this device is not so great, but from my own perspective. I'm just a regular consumer, just like you, so keep this in mind. I'm not a professional. I just buy devices that I like, and after using them, testing them, I'm just gonna give you a simple, honest review or impression about the experience that I had with that device. Until then, thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, my friends, be safe, be good. Peace.